Gabby, hello, and thank you very much for coming to see us today and taking part of our dyslexic, the Gifted Dyslexia web series. First of all, I'd like you to just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do and who you are.
Who's Gabby? So my name is Gabriella Preston Pipers. I am 30 years of age. It's a bit scary saying that out loud a little bit. I am married. Been married since I was 21 to my childhood sweetheart I remember when I was 17. Lucky Mitch, couldn't get rid of me. A bit like that. I have a puppy now. Such a brave mood, called Jasper. And in terms of kind of where I've come from and kind of a bit of my journey, I studied business and economics at university. I then went straight from uni and went into banking. I did banking for 8 years in total, and 7 months ago I exited banking and moved into software sales. And also since that change and really getting that energy and excitement for life, I've also started selling skincare and nutrition, and also started my own company coaching and mentoring other dyslexics in the workplace for them and how they handle work, and also helping them start their own companies.
That's really fantastic. So, in terms of your occupation, what do you do now for a living?
So it's software.
Your aspiring career?
Oh, my aspiring career. To be fair, although I'm doing the nutrition and the software and the mentoring piece of the businesses, my real passion is within the mentoring space within dyslexia. I truly feel it's still a very misunderstood environment, and I think people are still very isolated and don't necessarily have all the support they need, because at university and at school you get so much support and you live in this bubble of protection. There's funding and all this great stuff to help you get through. As soon as you leave university or academic life, wherever that may be, whether it's GCSEs, A-levels, wherever, you're all of a sudden on your own. And I think people forget that the journey of dyslexia doesn't stop when you move out of academia. Actually, I think it becomes more challenging because, I don't know for everyone else, but for myself personally, my dyslexia fluctuates. The more stressed I am, the more pressure there is on me. Sometimes I literally am like, how am I going to write this email? It'll take me 3-4 hours to write an email that used to take me 5 yesterday, and it moves. So that's the piece I'm really passionate about, and I really just want to empower people to be honest with themselves and stand up and say, I am dyslexic, and go and talk to other dyslexics, get the guidance and help and support, and not live it on your own. That it's not just you, there's a whole world of us out there, and let's all start learning from each other. So that's really where my passion lies, and helping back.
Fantastic. And that's one of your businesses that you set up, and I think you do really, really well.
Thank you.
Because I can resonate with that, to be honest with you. So, when you find out, how old was you when you found out about dyslexia, and what impact did it have?
So I was 10 years old, so for a long time before that my family always thought there was something not quite right. I was always really struggling to just read and write the basic things in life really, and I think as I got older, even though I was 10 when they diagnosed me, they noticed that one day I could do something, then the next day, one day I could spell like the most complicated words in the world, and the next day I couldn't remember what I'd done, and my parents couldn't understand how that was happening or why that was happening. And with the generation of my family, dyslexia wasn't a household term that was used, although I think it's becoming more widely used, but not so much when I was younger. And thankfully when I was in year 5, so when I was 10, I had a teacher that turned around to my parents and said, actually, do you know what, you're right, there's something, she's really struggling, but it's not consistent, it's moving up and down the spectrum. So I had my first educational psychology assessment, and they confirmed, they were like, oh, she's got dyslexia. And actually at that Ed Psych assessment, she's got a reading age of a 5-year-old. But what was interesting is that I'd started to compensate and really strengthen my soft skills. So actually my social awareness was that of a 17-year-old. So already at a very young age, even though I hadn't been diagnosed, I'd already started to compensate and really build a strong foundation for who I am.
Fantastic. What sort of impact has it had on your life?
It's had a huge impact on my life, to be honest with you. But I think, to be fair, in all good ways. Although sometimes those experiences, while you're living through them, don't feel that positive. I think when I was at school, it was very detrimental to me. And not because of the label, but because of the tasks that teachers would make me do. So obviously it was very normal for teachers to be like, stand up and read in front of the class. As a dyslexic, that is like your worst nightmare in the entire world. And especially as they started moving the books along, because a really fun technique I learned was having picture books. So as you're looking at the picture, I'm not reading the words, I'm making up the story to fit the words. So actually, when you got to those more complex books without pictures, and I was standing in front of a crowd and I couldn't read it, and I'm being judged by my peers, I felt very embarrassed and very ashamed because I didn't understand. I was like, I can't do anything else to make this better. So I think that brought a lot of insecurity and frustration and anger by the fact that even when I was labelled as it is, as a dyslexic, I still couldn't conquer that on my own. I couldn't overcome that hurdle. But I was really lucky in the fact that my family, so my mum, my dad and my sister Becky, were always 100% behind me during that period. And my parents sacrificed so much to get me extra tuition. Like, tuition isn't free for dyslexics. So when the academic world can't teach you, your parents need to find that cash, or that cash needs to come from somewhere magical to support you. And from the sacrifices my parents made, I got the tuition I needed. And for the first time in a really long time, I actually felt like it was okay to be in the skin of Gabby. It was okay to be who I was. I just was different. I was a square peg in a round hole, is what one of my tutors told me. And at that first point, I was proud to be that, because I was being shown I could still succeed in life. I just needed to be accepted as who I am, and just embrace it.
So what are some of the positives of dyslexia?
The positives of dyslexia. To be honest with you, the positives are my social awareness skills. Like, because I struggle with reading and writing, I was like, I have to kind of develop those other skills that I've got. And actually, it's just made me so sociable, and it's made me very compassionate as well. Because I sometimes see dyslexia as that silent battle. Like, every dyslexic goes through it on a daily basis, and you don't want to talk about it all the time because you know it's not going to change. It's just going to be different challenges. But what really, really helped in the positives is I'm like, actually, I'm proud of who I am. It's given me strength as an individual. It's made me incredibly stubborn. You can ask my husband whether that's a good or a bad thing. Because I never stopped fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because my dyslexia has taught me that actually you're not always going to succeed at everything you do. And that's actually a really good lesson for anybody to learn in life. What it's also taught me is that actually you can stand up, dust yourself off and keep moving forward. And I think if I hadn't had dyslexia and I'd been academically proficient for all these years, I wouldn't have learned that fundamental lesson that actually echoes across my entire life. So it's definitely positives in it.
Fantastic. So what sort of advice would you give to someone who's actually watching you right now on this gifted series?
I think the advice I'd give is very much own it. I think I am, like I said earlier, I'm 30 years of age now, and I think only over the last 7 months or so, I've really, as much as I've owned it before, I've had that confidence to actually go, do you know what, I'm not going to try and fit the mold when it comes to jobs. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to embrace the me that I am, and I'm going to be the best I can. And I would say to people, find that confidence in yourself as soon as humanly possible. And if at any point through your journey you're not feeling that confidence in yourself, and actually you're feeling like it's being chipped away, it's time to stop and go, right, is this the right fit for me? Have the confidence to have that conversation with yourself, and like I said, talk to other dyslexics. That would be my advice. Head held high, be honest to yourself, just believe you can, because you absolutely can. If you're in the right place at the right time in the right job, you can nail life.
Exactly, and we know examples of very successful dyslexics.
Very, very successful.
But I think actually it starts with talking about it.
Definitely. If you don't, I think the thing is, I think so many people, again, like I said earlier, it's that silent battle. You stop talking about it because you're like, well, it's not going to change. But actually, I found that was the worst thing I did. That was definitely the worst mistake I made. Because actually, the more you talk about it, the more you say it out loud, the more actually you're helping others as well as helping yourself. Because you're learning as a unit. And it's a very inclusive thing. No one's on their own doing this. So I think just keep talking, be part of something. Just, nail life. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. Anyone can do it.
Absolutely. Now, give me 3 words that makes you gifted.
3 words. Oh goodness, 3 words that make me gifted. I don't know. Oh my god, that's really hard actually.
Or just a couple of words, what you can think of,
Make me gifted. In terms of like just kind of attributes. Passion.
Great, wonderful.
Determination,
Fantastic.
and awareness.
Amazing. Amazing.
So they were my 3 gifts that I've got from having dyslexia that I don't think I would have got if I didn't have it or hadn't been through this journey to get it.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
And you know, obviously keep going and keep inspiring others, and definitely tap into your business, and you will go far with that, because many of us need it in the workplace.
Let's conquer the world. We can do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.